Okay. Oh, I think we are live. Hi, everybody. And there's music. Awesome. Okay. Oh, fix my hair. All right. Hi, everybody, and good morning, Vietnam. It is time for to learn a little English. Okay. Let's see who we got here. If you're watching from the United States, you know what to do. Give me a 1. If you're watching from Vietnam, I'd like to see a 2. Do we have any Canadians? Canadians are 3. And then my Aussie friends in Australia, a 4. Kỳ như vậy đó. Dance a little bit. Hi, everybody. I'm feeling good. I've been so busy. And I'm so happy to be back. Lots of ones. We got Virginia. Lots of people from Virginia. Lots of people. Okie dokie, everybody. Let's bring the music down a little bit. So today I'm using different headphones. Nên nó nghe nó hơi sao. I don't know. Everything, my whole setup. I changed it because I have another location that I'll be doing live from. Nên everything I change everything. So thấy là quý vị nghe được là mừng rồi. Tại vì tháo hết. And then I try to put it back together. Nên thật sự Leyna không biết là cái sound nó ok hay không. Quý vị nghe được không? You hear me loud and clear? You hear me loud and clear? Let me know. Whew. Quý vị biết sao không? So I have a little surprise. Nhưng mà cái này phải nói bằng tiếng Việt. Just in case hai đứa nhỏ, nếu mà nó lên Facebook mà nó nghe đó. Bởi vậy, mình nói bằng tiếng Việt. Ngày mai là sinh nhật của đứa con trai. He is, oh my God, he's going to be 17. Trời ơi. Oh, my heart just went boom, 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 boom. 17 already? Okay, so tomorrow he's going to be 17. Really? Có đúng không? Sinh 2006. Bây giờ là 23. Yes. I can't believe it. So tomorrow he turns 17. Thì ngày mai cho nó đi chơi với bạn bè. Rồi Leyna nói với nó là Saturday là family day. Okay, we said we reserve Saturday. And he said, what are we going to do? And I said, well, it's a surprise. Thì khi đó đứa con gái mới hỏi, what is it? Thì mình cũng muốn surprise đứa con gái luôn nên không có nói mà nó cứ cả tuần nay là hai đứa là cứ là try to find out. I love it. So here's the surprise. The surprise is Leyna mới mua nhà mới. And trong cái thời gian mà move á, bởi vậy 2 tuần vừa rồi rất là bận rộn. Thì khi mà move á, là không cho hai đứa nhỏ nó biết because I want to surprise them. Nên là phải đợi khi mà nó đang ở trường học thì Leyna mới move. Mà xa chứ không có phải gần. Mỗi lần mà lái xe gần 2 tiếng đồng hồ. Có traffic 2 tiếng đồng hồ mới xuống dưới đó. So we're going to surprise them and I can't wait to see their faces. I love to surprise people. Hồi trước nha, Leyna ghét khi mà someone try to surprise me, they can never make it happen. Tại vì I don't know why, I always find out. Chỉ có một lần là khi mà my 50th birthday thì ông xã, ông làm cái surprise party. I was really surprised. Really surprised. Tưởng đâu đi ăn dinner với gia đình thôi. Là không có make-up, mặc áo quần. I think I wore sweatpants. And then he surprised me with a party of like, 80 of my closest friends. That was a big surprise. So 10 years ago, was it 10 years ago? No, 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I did another surprise just like this. Thì hồi đó đó, thì, cũng là đứa con trai, khi đó là nó 10 tuổi. Thì, lúc đó thì I bought a condo on a golf course out in Palm Desert. The surprise wasn't the condo, the surprise was the golf cart, tại vì nó rất là thích xe. So for his birthday, I said, I have a surprise for you. It was gonna be the golf cart. It was so cute. And then he got out of the car and I said, "Surprise." And he said, "You got me a house?" It was so cute. And so, another big, surprise and we hồi nãy giờ nói tiếng Anh. Lucky he's at football practice right now. Nhưng mà ít ít khi bao giờ mà hai đứa con nó coi Leyna trên YouTube hoặc là Facebook. They make fun of me actually. So I don't think they'll be watching. Okay, everybody. I'm going to videotape it. I hope it's a good reaction. Sometimes con nít á, mình nghĩ nó sẽ react như vậy, and then they don't. So I hope it's a good reaction. So I'm going to videotape it because I want to show my mom in Vietnam. Okay. So thank you everyone saying happy birthday to my son. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. And he deserves the best. Okay. Last time I did a lesson on landmarks. It was really popular. You guys really liked it. Nhưng mà mình nhìn đi nhìn lại mình không có biết chắc là cái chữ landmark tiếng Việt là sao. Does anyone really know how to say landmark in Vietnamese? I know there are a couple of different ways, but I think one way might be better than the other. I don't know. So tonight we're going to do landmarks number 2. And I've got some really interesting information on a couple spots I really like, and some places that we haven't gone yet. Okay, are you ready? Let's get to the landmarks. Here we go, everybody. Landmarks around the world. Landmarks around the world. And our first step today is, where are we going? We are going to, we're going to London. We're going to London. All right, then. Okay. This is Big Ben. Big Ben in London. Ai mà đi London khi nào quý vị cũng thấy cái hình phải không? Right. Everyone knows, most everyone knows, Big Ben. Big Ben, that big clock in London. But did you know that it's actually called Elizabeth Tower? Big Ben is a nickname. It's called Elizabeth Tower. And the huge bell that's inside is actually called Big Ben. But everyone calls what you see there Big Ben. And Big Ben is big. How big? Big Ben weighs over 13 tons. 13 tons is about 26,000 pounds. Or for my friends across the pond, or in Asia, probably Australia, 11,800 ki. That's how you say it in Vietnamese, by the way, Michael. That's how big Big Ben is. Okay. Before, it was called Elizabeth Tower. And by the way, it only became Elizabeth Tower in 2022 to honor Queen Elizabeth during her Jubilee. Before that, it was just called Clock Tower. That was kind of boring. Clock Tower. Okay. No one knows for sure how Big Ben got its nickname. There are two theories. The first theory is that it was named after Sir Benjamin Hall, the first director of works, and he was a very big man. Okay, so he was known around the house as Big Ben. And then the second theory is that the clock was named after a heavyweight boxer who was champion at the time that the tower and the clock were built. Benjamin Kant, also named Big Ben, but no one knows for sure. So Big Ben is a nickname. Elizabeth Tower stands at nearly 315 feet tall. That's 96 meters to the rest of the world. And there are 399 steps to the very top of the tower where that light is. And Big Ben is really, really accurate. Là chính xác đó, cái giờ giấc rất là chính xác. Within 2 seconds every 2 weeks. Very accurate. And of course, to keep Big Ben that accurate, you have to take care of it. It has to be wound. You know, like you wind a clock. Okay. So winding it takes an hour. And someone has to wind the clock 3 times a week. That's your job. And on top of that, the pendulum is adjusted by adding old pennies. So you got coins that are keeping this accurate. That's incredible, isn't it? Big Ben has been around for a long time. Big Ben has been around through the reigns of 6 monarchs, back to the time of Queen Victoria, who was queen from 1837 to 1901. Big Ben has been standing tall. Okie dokie. Địa danh, thắng cảnh. Okay. Our next stop, ladies and gentlemen, is, Cambodia. My husband loves this location. Quý vị có ai đi chưa? Has anyone been to Angkor Wat? Anybody? Beautiful. I have not been, and I want to go. So, the name translated means City of Temples. It is the largest religious structure in the world, according to the Guinness Book of World Records. It covers 162.6 hectares. That's 401 acres. 401 acres. That's how much ground it covers. It is in the north, is in northern Cambodia, originally built as a Hindu religious complex. Built in the early 12th century, between 1113 and 1150, and then it converted from Hindu to Buddhism use in the late 13th century. So from Hindu to Buddhism use in the late 13th century. Now, one fact that not a lot of people know, and it's interesting, is that it's unusually facing the west, which, like if you know anything about feng shui and a lot of Asian cultures, facing east is better. And also in Hindu culture, facing west is associated with death. So people really don't know why back in those days they would have faced things east, but this is facing west. And there are other facts about the site that suggest it might have had to do with funeral services. It is the primary reason that over 50% of international tourists visit Cambodia each year. This is why people go to Cambodia. 500,000 tourists visit there a year. I'd love to go too, Michael. And from Cambodia, here we go. Our next stop is, oh, wait a second. Did we? Yeah. Oh, we're back in the US. back in the US. It's the Golden Gate Bridge. Of course, this is in San Francisco, here in California. It was built in 1937. It is 1.7 miles long and 90 feet wide. In 1937, it was the tallest and longest suspension bridge in the world. And for a long time, it remained that way. I believe until like 1993. The Golden Gate Bridge has really become a recognized symbol of power and progress in the United States. And it has set the precedent for suspension bridges throughout the world. And so, even though taller and longer, bigger bridges have been built, it is still considered the suspension bridge in the world. It's said to be the most photographed bridge in the world. A movable safety net saved 19 men from falling to their deaths during construction. So, as you know, in a lot of these construction projects, people will die during construction or get hurt during construction. So construction began in January 1933. It involved a lot of challenges because they're dealing with like high, like rapid currents in the area, changing weather conditions, even the fog. Of course, the city known for the thick fog created problems for construction. That safety net that we're talking about, however, failed in February 1937. It gave way under the weight of a scaffolding collapse. There were 13 men on the scaffolding when this happened. One was able to jump clear. 2 actually survived the fall into the water, but 10 were killed. That is in one accident. And then another worker fell to his death during construction for a total of 11 workers killed in the 4 years of construction. It opened to vehicular traffic on May 23rd, 1937. It was under budget and ahead of schedule. And I believe that was the last time anything ever happened that way in California. So vehicles were allowed to go on it on May 23rd, 1937. For people who live in California, you may remember the Loma Prieta earthquake of 1989. And the bridge did well, survived that. Okay, it withstood that. And in the first 75 years of its life, the bridge was only closed 3 times due to weather conditions. And you know how it's orange like that? 2 reasons for that. It's orange like that. There was a lot of controversy when this was being built. People didn't want it to ruin the area and how it looked. It was this just big thing. So that orange color is to keep with the landscape, but also so that bridges would see it. So twofold. The Golden Gate Bridge. Okay. How many of you have been on the Golden Gate Bridge? There are other facts. In fact, if you like it, you can just look them up. About people walking on it, about vehicle traffic, about people actually jumping from it. Okay. Hello, Nguyen. First time watcher from Canada. Oh, We got a number 3 here. Canada's number 3, by the way. Welcome. Okay, back to our landmarks. From the United States of America, we are going to go over to Greece. Look how beautiful that is. Blue Dome Church. There's more than one. The Blue Dome Church. Beautiful. Iconic image of the island of Santorini. Santorini. If you've seen pictures of people who've gone to Greece, they always take this picture. They always have these pictures, right? So there are more than 250 churches on the island of Santorini. Those domes are called cupolas. It's just a fancy word for dome. Cupola. I mean, just look at that. That to me just... The blue and white represent colors on the country's flag. So the Greek flag has blue and white on it. How many of you have seen those pictures of the flying dress? Have you seen it? The flying dress, where you rent a dress and a photographer, and they have these amazing pictures of like the wind taking up the dress and just up against the white churches, and the dresses are like, you know, yellow or red. Beautiful. I've seen many, and this is such an incredible location for it. Oh, that's Jen Lee's dream destination is Greece. Nhưng mà em có thích đồ ăn bên đó không mà dream destination? See, my dream destination has to have many things. Okay, dream destination. Let's talk about this for a second, okay? Dream destination, it has to be more than that. Tại vì nếu mà mình đi chơi mà đồ ăn không ngon á, bi cảnh đẹp đến cỡ nào mình cũng không có enjoy được. They have to have good food as well. So, if you like, Jen, you gotta think about that. Or maybe it's a quick stop. Maybe it's a quick stop. Okie dokie. Here we go. I didn't know I had more. The island of Santorini was built up by layers of lava. Lava là cái mà núi lửa đó, volcano. Rồi nó ra xong nó thành đá. And that's how the island was formed. So, of course, it's a very popular destination. If you want to avoid the crowds, visit between November and April. Như vậy là từ tháng 11 đến tháng 4 là ít người hơn. Maybe we pack our own food go. Cho chắc ăn đó, khi nào mình cũng đem theo mì gói, right? But no, part of traveling is food. Part of traveling is food. Okay, here we go. The Taj Mahal. This is a good story. Has anyone been to the Taj Mahal? Có ai đi chưa? Anybody? I have not. I have not. So the Taj Mahal in India. Let's look at it. Look at that. Beautiful. Does anyone know? Oh, you have. Oh, look, someone's been there. Does anyone know the history of the Taj Mahal? Hai người này nè, Thương Thủy and Quang. Do you guys know the story behind it? Yes. So the Taj Mahal was built to honor a lost love. Okay, built to honor a lost love by Shah Jahan, who was the emperor of India at that time. So he had many wives who gave him many children. But his his third wife was his favorite wife. His third wife was his first love and therefore his favorite wife. They were together for 19 years. They had 14 children. And she died while giving birth to their last child, their 14th child. After 30 hours of labor, she died during childbirth, and it hit him hard. He was heartbroken. Okay. Mark, what the heck are you doing? Mark, no more posting that stuff. You do it again, you're out of here. Right, Michael? Okay, here we go. So his third wife, oh boy, her name was Arjuman Banu Begum, whose other name, and more famous name, was Mumtaz Mahal. It took 2 decades to finish the Taj Mahal, from 1632 to 1653. Oh, Michael, you're right. That's why it shows up, because he's doing it from from Facebook. Thank you. It took 20,000 workers to build, and it was expensive. I mean, just look at it. It was expensive. It cost an estimated 32 million rupees at the time. In today's money, that would be 1 billion US dollars and more than 50 billion Indian rupees. Amazing. He must have really loved her. It is perfectly symmetrical. Symmetrical là bên này giống bên này đó. Giống như nếu mà quý vị bỏ cái kiếng ở chính giữa, then that's the way it would look. So if you look, everything is perfectly symmetrical. The left side looks like the right side. So his third wife is buried inside the Taj Mahal. But if you looked at where she's buried, you might think, oh, did they run out of time? Or did they run out of money? No. Everything else is very fancy except where they bury, because their religion doesn't allow for, unlike Egyptians, you are not to be boastful, right? It's supposed to be very plain. And everything was symmetrical until he died, and then they buried him next to her. And it ruined the whole symmetrical thing for that area. They are not the only 2 people who are buried there. It's like their favorite workers and other people are also buried near the mausoleum. Just beautiful. I'd like to go one day. Okay, here we go. From India, where are we going now? Oh, St. Basil's Cathedral in Russia. Who's been here? Có ai đi chưa? Who's been here? The first Tsar of Russia. I don't even know if I can pronounce his last name. His first name is Ivan. Ivan Vasilyevich. Ivan Vasilyevich. I think that's the way you say it. Also known as Ivan Grozny. And that was a nickname meaning sparking terror or fear. Ivan the Fourth, the Grand Prince of Moscow. Okay. You know what they called him? Ivan the Terrible. And in 1554, he ordered the cathedral to be built in honor of a military conquest. Ivan the Terrible. By the way, he was the great grandson, the grandson, great grandson of Ivan the Great. Yeah. So there were many, many rumors and stories of how terrible this guy was. Like he was a meanie. Okay. Ivan the Terrible really was terrible. How terrible? He allegedly blinded the architect, who was an Italian architect, so that the design could never be replicated. I don't know. I'm saying allegedly. It's a rumor. I don't know. There are other rumors that it was built by two Russians named Barma and Poznik. But just like all good Russian stories, it might have been the same person. Okay. It had many names before it was named St. Basil's Cathedral. And they named it after a man that he was known as after a fool. He was a fool of Christ. He was known as a prophet. And when he died, they buried him inside the cathedral in 1557. So they buried him in there before it was actually finished. It was finished in 1561. And so then it was named after him. It originally was white with gold domes. And then the way you see it now with all the different colors, and that didn't start until the 17th century when they started to give it a little color, start painting it. And it's now mostly a secular building, meaning, not a lot of religious services. It's not really a cathedral anymore, more like a museum. Yes, it was in Red Square in Moscow. Very good, son. Very nice. Okay, where are we going to next? Oh, from Russia, we are going to go to one of the most remote places on Earth that is inhabited. One of the most remote inhabited places is called Easter Island. One of the most remote inhabited islands on Earth. Easter Island. It's deep in the Pacific Ocean, with the nearest continental country being Chile. So it's not actually in Chile, but that's what we're going to call it, because that's the nearest continental country. And even Chile is 3,600 kilometers away. That's more than 2,200 miles away. Okay? There are about 1,000 of these huge statues called moai. They stand about 13 feet tall, and they're all over the island. That's what it's known for. Moais were moved across the island, but no one knows how. No one knows how they did it. Some people believe they used like logs to be able to move these giant statues. It's also believed that each of these moais represent families, like a different family line which has passed on. And many of them are identical. Like, I still think it's amazing when you think about what people were able to do, right? back in days where there were like no real tools, and it's amazing what people can do. The island was home to an ancient race of people called the Rapa Nui. The Rapa Nui. Europeans and others didn't reach this location until 1722. And Rapa Nui culture is actually still practiced to this day. It's thought that about 3,000 people take part in living like the Rapa Nui. So clearly that's like depending on fishing and hunting to eat, right? Living before the modern day, the things that we have today. However, because we love to ruin everything, Easter Island is now actually has a lot of today's modern amenities. You can have like internet and Wi-Fi. The people who live there can get their food either flown in or come in by ship. They do have some like modern housing, electricity and stuff like that. So that is Easter Island. Pretty cool, eh? And oh, I think that's it. Okie dokie. Whew, hold on a second. Okay. Did you guys enjoy that? I had to do that very quickly today. Very, very quickly today. Oh, bây giờ thằng con trai nó về ngoài rồi đó. So there are, of course, many more beautiful landmarks all over the world. So if you enjoy it, let me know. First, you have to thumbs up. Quý vị thumbs up chưa? If you like it, give me a thumbs up. And tell me in comments if you enjoy it, and then I will make more. Okie dokie. Rồi. Thank you everybody. Okay, có ai có câu hỏi gì không? Có câu hỏi gì không? People like it. Has anyone been to Easter Island? Có không? I've never met anyone who's been to Easter Island. I know some people have been to near the Kremlin there. But isn't it wonderful to be able to travel? That to me is like one of the biggest luxuries in life, is to be able to travel. And my goal, my resolution for this year is to travel more. Nhưng mà bây giờ mình hơi bận rộn. So, but later this year, I'm going to travel a little bit locally. When I say locally, I just mean like in the US. And then next year, I'm going to go. And then after that, I hope to go more. Hồi trước đây, I would love to hop on a plane, fly nearly 2 hours and go to Cabo. That's easy. That's really easy. And we love doing that. But we're going to start going to other places as well. So good. You seem like you really enjoy that. Did anyone miss the last time I did landmarks? You should look for that one. We had some fun ones there. We had the pyramids of Giza, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and I forget, but we had some other ones there too. And I know that we have some landmarks in, I think, Japan and other Asian countries that I can show you. So I'll do another one. So I'm so glad that you enjoy it. Okie dokie, everybody. If there is anything that you would like for me to talk about, I know I've been reading through comments and catching up with them. Wow, hôm nay hơi nóng quá ha. Oh, yeah, someone's asking me. Last landmark video. Yes, yes, yes. That's true. Oh, go to Utah. National parks đẹp lắm. Well, national parks, yes. Nếu mà nói về mà những cái chỗ mà mình, thích đi đẹp á thì nhiều lắm. Nhưng mà when you're talking about, landmarks, maybe like the Grand Canyon, a place where you say it, everyone knows what it is, a place where people go there just to see that, right? So we'll look at some more of those. Okay. If there are other English related topics you'd like me to talk about, please let me know. I know that a lot of you, I have some people contact me after, what video was that we just did? But it was an English video. Somehow we started talking about finances, and people are finding me now via email, which is wonderful. And you know what I really appreciate is talking to people who họ lớn tuổi rồi, nhưng mà cũng là cố gắng with their English, writing to me, and sometimes when I meet them on Zoom, and they say, you know, they apologize là tiếng Anh của them không có được hay quá. I said, no, it's fine, it's great. But they try it, and I love to see people trying to do things. So, okie dokie, everybody. I've got a lot of work to do. So, hopefully we'll catch it on video. And if it's a good reaction, I'll show you next time, okay? Còn như nếu mà reaction của nó mà, you know how some teenagers are? Sometimes cái reaction nó không có, then I won't show you. Or maybe I will show you. But expensive hotel in Dubai, that's right. Oh gosh, what did we call that? What is that called? I forgot now. Yes, the most expensive hotel in the world, right? That was fun. That was fun. Okie dokie, everybody. If there are places you've been that you'd like me to talk about, it doesn't have to be a landmark, but we can find out some things. Michael has been following me for quite some time. That's right. Mua chiếc xe cho đứa con cũng là surprise luôn. I just love that. And it was great. You're right. It was great. Thanks for remembering that. Okay, everybody. I'm going to cut it short tonight. We only have 15 minutes left. If there are no questions, như vậy mình hẹn nhau thứ hai, phải không? Bây giờ là thứ năm. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's it. Sorry. Công việc rất là nhiều. And one more thing, quý vị ơi. Trong lúc mà đang bận rộn vậy đó, Leyna vẫn là I have other things going on. You know, just like everybody. Mình có việc làm, mình có gia đình mình phải lo, okay? Nhưng mà sometimes we got family stuff too that we have to take care of. And so right now ba của Leyna đang ở Việt Nam. Nhưng mà tự nhiên Hy bị đau lưng đó, đau đến cỡ mà ngồi cũng không được, ngồi lâu không được, không làm gì lâu được chứ, ngồi lâu cũng không được, nằm lâu cũng không được, đứng lâu cũng không được. Mà it is so painful, là đau mà như là van luôn á, quá trời đau luôn á. So đứa em trai phải bay về Việt Nam because biết là như vậy là không có muốn ba phải bay một mình về lại Mỹ để đi bác sĩ. So he went and he still can't go. So anyway, take a moment, just say a prayer. I just want him to get back over here so we can take care of him. So I just want him to be pain-free for about 20-something hours so we can get him back here. So I'm dealing with that right now too. Bởi vậy quý vị ơi, mình đang có sức khỏe, mình phải biết keep healthy. So important. You never know when something is going to change. You never know when something's going to happen. Okay? So appreciate your good health. Take care of yourself. All right. Okay, bye everybody. Oh, wait a second. Trước khi mình đi mình phải có một chút nhạc chứ. Kỳ vậy. Tự nhiên bye đâu được đâu. Okay, so here we go. Just a little bit. How come I don't hear it? Okay, here we go. Breathe. Thanks for watching tonight. We'll find some kind of financial topic to talk to you on Monday. And that's it. Thanks for keeping me company. And thank you, Hugh. Thank you. And maybe next time I go live, I'll be at the other location. Okay. Bye, everybody. Have a good night. See you.